Yeah, and any more cheek off you and I tell your father. Now put it in.
I'm not going to.
Put it in the bin.
No, I'm not going to.
Put it in the bin. How many more times? Put it in.
You put it in the crime book, I'll tell Roach. Acting Detective Inspector Roach.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Put it in.
He'll have a fit. I can see his face when you tell him. You'll go through the roof.
Yeah, he's really playing up this acting DI bit.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Driving Dashwood and Carver around the bend.
I preferred him when he was an alcoholic. At least he'd have a laugh now and again. Come on.
Tell Ramsey I'm ready for him now.
Pretty horrific looking things, aren't they? But some of those youngsters didn't give these up without a bit of prompting from their parents.
And you like to clip round the ear hole.
Off down to what, behind you lads?
There! Here we go! Here we go!
Here we
go!
go!
You lot shut up in there!
Yes. Well, reply to Acting Detective Inspector Roach. Yes, as soon as possible.
A bit nifty, isn't it? Mike, don't mess about.
I'm not messing about. I can't get it off. Well, try putting it between your legs and pulling.
Have a tea, Sarge.
Who's getting to you, Sarge?
Don't tell me you've given up drinking scotch.
What do you want?
Entry by artifice.
What?
Bogus gasman.
Oh, God, not another.
Yeah, afraid so.
Still a good gag, though, isn't it? Afraid there's been a report of a gas leak in the area, madam. Can we come in, madam? Have a good look round, madam. Nick your purse, madam.
I've got some Vaseline in my locker.
You would.
Mike!
How much this time?
30 quid, old age pensioner.
Mike!
Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, Gov.
How you can afford to run a Porsche, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I can't afford to run a push bike.
Oi, Ramsey. Superwoman wants to see you. Right away.
Perhaps she's after your body.
Ah, sir, just a man I want to see.
What is it now, Ted?
We've had another entry by artifice. An old-age pensioner. Lost about £30.
Isn't it about time your department got their act together?
We're doing what we can.
Look, I don't want excuses, I want results.
Okay. You want it on the phone. It's the gun room at the lab.
Great.
Come in. Sit down, Peter. I suppose you're wondering why I want to see you. I like to get to know my officers personally, what makes them tick. I don't like referring to other inspectors' notes. I find them boringly repetitious.
This is the 8th entry by artifice, you know.
Yeah, old people are too trusting, Mike.
Unfortunately for Ted, Conway seems to hold him personally responsible.
I thought Ted was doing quite a good job. I've met worse DIs.
He stopped boozing, you know.
Yeah, well, that won't last long.
You like to give the impression of being the strong, silent type, don't you, Peter? A macho image, am I right?
If you say so.
Come on, Peter. Fast cars, leather jackets.
I like class. Appreciate taste. I like the good things in life, if that's what you mean.
How many punch-ups have you been involved in since you joined the job?
Never counted.
Let me take the question further. How many allegations of assault have been made against you by members of the public?
Tea, sir.
Oh, thanks, Eileen. I'll take those derby plates, would you?
Yes.
Morning.
What is it now?
I think we got 2 robberies we can clear up.
Robberies?
Those 3 guns that were dumped in the amnesty bin last week?
Yeah.
Well, as you know, the lab check every firearm to see if it's been used in crime. They did a test firing.
I know what
compare
they
the bullets.
do, Roach. Just come to the point.
The US Army Colt has been ID'd as being used in 2 robberies about 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Delmont Dairy's job. The robber got away with $2,000 the first time, $3,000 the second.
Yeah. Who dealt with that?
Initially Galloway. I was there with him at the time.
Suspect?
Pat Duffy. Perth Grove Estate. We brought him in, but we had to let him go.
Insufficient evidence, right?
Well, not anymore. Duffy must have wiped the gun clean, but forgot about the ammunition clip. SO3 have got a beautiful set of dabs.
643 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving? Over.
Yeah, loud and clear, over.
Sounds as if you've had the operation, Dashers.
Yeah, all right, smart ass. Go ahead.
It's 74 St Joseph's Way, Miss Lewis. Another of your bogus gasmen.
I'd prefer it if you didn't. You've had 7 allegations of assault made against you this year.
If you're in the front line all the time, you're going to get complaints. If I'd been to police college and then spent most of my time at the yard on administration, doing social studies...
Don't be impertinent.
I'm not being impertinent, Mum. I'm stating facts.
Reading between the lines, in the allegations made against you...
Which weren't proved.
Don't interrupt. It was your attitude towards the public that caused the incidents.
I'm a copper. I'm not out there to be loved.
Has it ever dawned on you it may be the way you speak to the public?
I treat people the way they treat me.
I think that's enough for the moment. Consider what we've discussed. It might make you a better policeman. Or a better human being.
Right, I'll get Mike and Carver and go and pick Duffy up.
Hold on, Ted. We need advice on this one.
What do you mean advice? It's a straightforward nicking.
Well, you're forgetting. The gun was handed in under an amnesty.
You're joking, sir.
Hello, Solicitors Department? Yeah, Chief Inspector Conway, Sun Hill. I've got a tricky one. It's going to take some sorting out. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Solicitors Department are going to try and sort it out.
What do you mean sort it out? Duffy has committed robbery.
There's a more important issue here.
I don't understand what could be more important.
The gun was handed in under an amnesty.
You can't give amnesty for robbery.
Look, I know how you must feel, but no one knew guns were going to be placed in the amnesty bin. It's not a question of law, it's a question of public confidence.
Can I tell that to the people who were robbed?
You can wait until I receive instructions. Do I make myself clear?
Well, he said someone reported a smell of gas.
And he didn't show you any identification?
Car with a photograph on it. It was all very quick.
What happened then?
He told me to stay downstairs, but he checked for gas pressure upstairs.
Gas pressure?
Yes, I think that was a term he used. Gas rises. And he said he'd get a better reading upstairs.
Would you mind if we came in for a minute?
Yes, please do.
Get hold of Mike and tell him to meet us at Duncan's Lane.
What's on, Sarge?
Just do as I say.
Thanks. Come in.
Sorry to trouble you. I want to talk to you about Ramsey.
I've got problems.
I'll come back another time.
No. This may concern policy.
Sierra Oscar 6 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving? Over.
Go ahead, Yorkie.
Meet Sergeant Roach, Duncan's Lane. Over.
Yeah, OK, 10 minutes out. I'll drive you.
No, it's all right. The walk will do me good.
I can understand Roach's point of view, Christine. I mean, he's acting DI and he wants to show he can do the job.
Surely you must understand there's more to police work than arresting people. We have to gain the public's cooperation and their respect.
There's also the question of police morale.
Oh, really, it's out of our hands.
Should we really be doing this, Sarge?
Don't you start.
Only asked. I mean, those robberies were a long time ago.
So what?
As you say, Sarge.
Yes, as I say.
What's up, Ted?
Make a little visit, okay?
Right, Jim?
12th floor.
And I bet the lift doesn't work.
643 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving? Over.
Yeah, go ahead, Sarge.
Another bogus gasman. As it's on your beat and you're familiar with the problem.
Yeah, where this time?
59 Dunlop Street. Mrs. Tully.
Yeah, okay, I'll deal with it.
Yes. Solicitor's Department? Yes. Yes, I understand. Thank you. They've had to consult with the DPP, who handed it over to the Attorney General's office.
And the result?
We're not to take any action.
Their reasons?
It wouldn't be in the public interest. Taking into account the time ago the crimes were committed, plus the fact the gun hasn't been used since, well, not according to our lab records anyway.
It would serve no useful purpose.
That's exactly what they said. In fact, if we went ahead, it would create more legal problems than we'd solve, plus our own standing with the local community.
Of course.
Roach is not going to be pleased.
Is Pat in?
Who wants to know?
Police.
What do you want him for?
Can we come in?
He doesn't live here.
Well, then you won't mind if we come in.
Please yourself.
Where is he, Mrs. Duffy?
He left. You're wasting your time. He's gone.
Gone? Where's he gone?
Left about 4 years ago. Another woman. Went out for a drink one night, never came back.
You're kidding.
Phoned the next day and said he was sorry. Sent his mates round for his gear.
4 years ago.
I told them where to get off. He didn't have the guts to come round and face me himself. Living with that tart to Mountjoy estate. I mean, I gave him everything. He wanted for nothing.
Yeah. Well, some men are like that.
Seeing his gear every time I open the wardrobe gives you hope, doesn't it? Glad I got rid of it.
Got rid of it all?
Oxfam. Gave some odds and ends to the scouts for their jumble sale.
You didn't drop some of his odds and ends into the nick by any chance, did you?
Mrs. Tully?
Yes. Try the warden at Mountjoy.
Might have moved on again since then.
So we keep on trying. I don't care how long it takes. While I'm in charge, I want the department to have one good result this week.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
Carver.
Jim!
He said he could smell gas?
Yes.
So you let him in?
Well, he pushed his way in, very forceful.
And he didn't show you any identification?
There was no need. I knew he was a fake.
Oh, how do you know that?
Sugar?
No, Tom. A fake, Mrs. Tully? You said he was a fake?
My husband, he's dead now.
Sorry?
He used to work for the gas board, you see, an inspector.
Not too much.
The uniform was all wrong. I ought to know. I cleaned and pressed my duggies enough times.
So when the man pushed past you, where did he go?
He went on upstairs. Kept sniffing. Gasmen don't do that, not unless they got a cold or something. Anyhow, I told him it's no good going up there. The gas meter's in the basement.
Oh, so he went into the basement?
Yes.
Yeah, and then what happened?
Well, not a lot, really.
What do you mean, not a lot, really?
Well, I locked the basement door.
You locked the basement door? Well, how'd he get out?
He can't get out of there.
Are you telling me the bogus gas man's still down there? Locked in the basement?
Do you think he'd like a cup of tea?
The warden's flat's on the first floor.
Contact Chief Inspector Conway urgently. This is the third request.
That's
Are you
him, that's
receiving?
Duffy.
Over.
Duffy!
Bloody idiot, you're trying to get yourself killed.
Duffy!
Play safe, Sarge. Don't light any matches.
That's no gas I smell. You go get him, Frank.
What? Go. Coming in with a prisoner. We'll need a doctor to look at the man's injuries. Over.
Will do.
I
Over.
didn't know you was coppers. Straight. Who do you think we were then? Well, you don't stop to ask questions when three blokes come at you in this area.
Recognize me, Duffy?
Oh, yeah, I know your face. Sergeant Roach, isn't it?
Acting Detective Inspector, no less.
Old promotion, eh? Congratulations.
The Delmont Dairy job.
That's going back some time.
5 years.
5 years. I was a bit of a tearaway in those days, a right Jack the lad. Thank God I've been going straight ever since. Now that's what a good woman does for you. So what's the interest now?
As I said, the Delmont Dairy job.
Oh, you are joking.
Am I laughing? Mike, are you laughing?
Dead serious.
Carver?
Not a titter.
Oh, come on, leave it out.
Don't forget to drop me off so I can pick up the motor.
Andrew Locke.
Date of birth?
3rd of April, 41.
Unemployed?
I work at nights in a filling station.
The minute Sergeant Roach arrives, Mr. Conway wants to see him.
He's on his way in with a prisoner.
Don't know the prisoner's name by any chance?
Duffy. He needs a doctor, apparently.
What's wrong with her?
Oh, no.
Hell!
Nobody in their right mind would leave a motor hanging around in this area.
Shut up, Duffy. What am I going to do?
Roach is arrested, Duffy.
Duffy requires medical attention.
Idiot!
Having offences taken into consideration are not separate charges that will appear on this sheet.
More damaging evidence for the jury to consider.
They will, as it says, be taken into consideration when this case is dealt with.
A sticker. Robbery, 2 cases.
This is one suit you won't be getting back from the cleaners.
Conway wants to see you upstairs as soon as you get in.
News travels fast.
It's bad news. We've got a convincing story.
I'm a survivor, Bob. Don't you know that?
You disobeyed an order.
Sir, I did not go out intentionally to arrest Duffy. It was a matter of circumstances. If Duffy wasn't to be arrested, then we must have the opportunity to put the allegations to him so the matter can be treated as a clear-up.
He's right. The guidelines are clear.
Then why is Duffy downstairs in the charge room?
You were convinced that Duffy placed the gun in the amnesty bin. So was I. Nobody thought for one moment that somebody else might have handed it in.
What are you trying to tell me?
It wasn't Duffy who put the gun in the bin.
Who was it then?
His wife. He left her for another woman some 4 years ago. All his belongings were still in the flat, including the gun. She read about the amnesty and saw it as a good opportunity to get rid of the thing safely. So we should be able to go ahead and charge Duffy.
No, it doesn't alter the facts.
He wants to plead guilty. He wants to get it off his chest. So if you'll excuse me, I've got to go downstairs. I've got a prisoner to sort out.
I'm not naive. He deliberately disobeyed me.
I don't agree with the way he's gone about this, but his motives were right. All he wanted was a good result to show he could do the job.
That's no excuse.
We're sadly lacking good practical officers. With all his faults, I wouldn't like to see Roach get into trouble over this. I'm positive he'd make a good DI.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, his cards are already marked. And that's why I won't be taking this any further.
His cards are marked?
As long as Chief Superintendent Brownlow's running this station, Roach will never be recommended for promotion.
Anybody interested in buying a set of wheels for a Cavalier?
It's not funny.
Don't worry, Mike. I'll give you a lift over. You can sit on the crossbar and I'll pedal. Oh, cheer up, Sarge. You just pulled the department out of the red. We should be celebrating.
Why?
What's up, Sarge?
Herbal tea. Come on, let's go next door and get a proper drink.